everyone, and welcome to today's episode of the vlog. So in today's episode we're going to be finishing the van. After working on it for the last 6 weeks, we've finally come to an end. So we're going to be doing the final few touches. We've got to service the van, we've got to do some sanding on the actual body parts of the door and the back. What else do we have to do? We're going to be fitting a new radio into the van. All of these things, unfortunately, we're going to be doing them rather quickly because the original video that I had, I can't show you. And the reason why I can't show you is because I've got this new lens hood on my camera, and for some reason the lens hood wasn't sitting correctly. So on some of the footage that you're going to see, it's going to have some corners cut off, and that's because the lens hood was basically fitted wrong. So I apologize for that, but rather than not bring you a video, I thought I'd select the best footage that we've got and at least bring you something for this week. Now some of the footage is okay, but some of it isn't, and you'll see the corner in there, so apologies in advance. But we do get the van finished today, and that's the main thing, and then at least the owner can come and take the van. So let's go and see how we do that, and in the end we're going to talk about some numbers. Just had a delivery. If you're wondering what this is, that's to replace this front wing here, which is dented. The one that I said was cheaper to buy a replacement wing than it was to actually replace or get this fixed via PDR. So we're going to just take a quick look, because there's always that nervousness as to whether or not this is the right color. So hopefully it will be fine. So we'll unbox it and we'll take a look. Okay, yep, that's fine, and it's the right color, which always helps. Right, it's just dirty, of course. Right, so we need to start stripping this now. I wonder how complex that's going to be. Headlight needs to come off, undershield maybe, bumper certainly. Right, get some tools.
2 hours later.
Right, so we got our wing now assembled and it's looking good. Just needs a little bit of a clean up. There's just a sticky little mark on there, but it is perfect. Really good wing, and more importantly, no dent. And that went on really easy as well. It wasn't as difficult as I thought it was going to be, so that's great, and it lines up nicely and color match is perfect. Okay, so we're going to move on now to something else. Right, so we're going to get the van to service. So we've taken the battery out and the battery tray, because we had to run this cable for the pump system inside the vehicle. So to service this vehicle, this HDI 1.6 litre diesel engine from Citroen is one of the most challenging engines that I had used to service, and the reason why, because everything is really difficult to get to. So the air filter is right back there, and to get it out you got to undo a whole lot of bits and pieces. So you got to unscrew some bolts there, you got to take the reservoir off, and it's designed to, this is just designed to be moved out of the way so you can get access to it. You got to take the this pipe off and then undo 3 bolts for the MAF sensor, just to get the air filter off, which is a real pain. To get the oil filter off, well, it's the same as the engine on the Ford Courier. So it's on the side there, so oil drips down below on the gearbox. So it's a real not a friendly vehicle to service, and the reason why they do that is obviously to discourage people from doing it at home. You take it into a Citroen dealer and they service it for you. But even if you're a mechanic, this is really tough or difficult, unnecessarily difficult. Anyway, let's do that. So we're going to strip all of that away and we'll get the air filter off, and then we'll change that. So that was unnecessarily difficult to get out. This is obviously quite used, and it's pretty obvious by the state of the filter that this hasn't been changed for quite a while. You can tell that because you can see how the dirt has penetrated both sides. If I show you the new one, that's the old one, and there's the new one. It is proper chalk and cheese, isn't it? I mean, just look at the difference. I mean, look, that's how bad it is. Yeah, right, let's get this back in. I won't bore you with the chores of me getting it in, but what I might do is I'm going to clean up some of these engine components, including the brake fluid reservoir, while they're apart. Take the advantage of give this a little bit of a clean, and then we'll put it back together. So the next scene that you'll see will be this all back together.
1 hour later.
Okay, so everything's back together. Took half an hour to get the air filter back in. Really bad design, but anyway, it's sorted now. We've got the battery back in as well, and the engine bay we've given a teeny bit of a clean. And as I always say, I clean the engine bay so that you know when you've got an oil leak that you need to deal with it. When it's messy, you can't do that. Right, what else have we done? Well, we've done the first sand of the side of the van. So I've sanded this and I'm just filling some holes. So I'll give that another sand. And also the same along the back here. So we'll sand that and we'll give it another paint. Or another sand down, and then that should be fine, and then we can give that a paint. Right, okay, so on the bench here we've got, this is the old gator that we took off, that you can see is pretty much useless and just full of holes, etc. This is the brand new one. It's a proper leather replacement. We've put the handle through the middle here, and essentially what we're going to do is we're going to use the tie strap to secure the end of the rubber, or the end of the actual gator here. So you essentially what you do is you strap it. The tie strap goes around here like that, and that secures this to that. But before I do that, I just want to check that we can get this on here, because the holes might need a little bit, may need increasing slightly, because they are sort of standard holes, and some of the holes in the back here, so you can see this and this here are slightly bigger. So I'm going to do this off camera, because otherwise it's just a whole lot of infill, and then we'll show you the finished result.
A few moments later.
Okay, so there we go. That is pretty good. That's literally OEM, like well, it is brand new. So pretty pleased with that. So we'll now just go and stick this back in the car. It did require a little bit of fettling. It wasn't as straightforward as this one fitted, but it was relatively easy, and anyone could do that themselves, and boy, how much better does it look. Okay, let's go and get this in the car, or in the van rather. And there she is. The van has been completely upgraded, serviced and completed. We got our new wing fitted, we've got the interior all sorted. Let me show you the bodywork. So we've done the painting, we just need to do a bit of buffing up, so the holes are now gone on that side. We've also done that side again, just need to do a little bit of buffing up, but all of that has now been sorted. Some of you did comment about this, but the new owner's not so fussed, so we've left that as it is. But if he wants to at a later date, we can take that off. We've also changed the plastic trim on the side there. By the way, the van does need another wash because it's dirty from all the work that we've done, but it is looking really great. We've got some new trims on the wheels, and then from the inside, that's where the big difference is. The carpets have literally come up like new. I mean, literally like new. The seats, as you saw, they all clean up really well as well, and they're looking really good. We upgraded the gear knob with a new gator because the other one was all torn up. We've changed the steering wheel on the vehicle, so it's got a brand new wheel on there that looks much better than the pitted wheel that was on there previously. And we've upgraded the car, the internal, the DIN, the radio, the stereo. So this here is one of my ones that I had for a TT that we never use, and the great thing about this is it's got Apple Pay Play, and it also supports Android as well. So inside the glove box we've got a USB cable just here that we can just plug in. I'm actually going to place that around here somewhere at some point, and then that way we can then hear Android music, or you can, and then you can plug in and get any DAB as well, which is really good. The radio's on, but obviously we're not playing it because of the fact that we don't want to get a strike. And this is a pretty good system. It's also got sat nav as well, so you plug it into your, well, I say it's got sat nav, it uses your Android system, but you can plug in a CD player in there. It's got a DVD player, so it's a pretty good system. So yeah, and also it's got a car phone as well, so you got your hands free all at the top there. So yeah, this project is now come to an end. It's been a really good project in the sense that what we've been able to achieve, but of course the thing that you all want to know is, did we come in on budget? So let's talk about the numbers in a second, but I thought I'd just show you the van as it is in its completed stage. This will now be going to its owner in a few weeks. We're just waiting for the V5 to arrive so we can tax it, but it's pretty much done, other than a few other little bits that I've got to do. Okay, so the van is all finished now and looking really good inside and out. It is a completely different vehicle on the inside compared to what it was when we first got the van. If you can recall the first video that we had, the mess that it got in. And I know that the new owner, he takes a lot of pride in his vehicle, so he's going to keep that van looking and keeping the way that it is. So let's talk about budget. So the original budget that we had was 2.5k, and the mission was to get to that budget. Now I'm not going to give you the exact numbers because that'd be unfair, but we comfortably got within the 2.5k. So we're really pleased about that, and that includes servicing the vehicle, MOT in the vehicle, getting all the additional parts for the vehicle as well. And don't forget, we did a lot of refurbishment on the vehicle. We cleaned up the seats, yes, but we replaced the steering wheel, we upgraded the system, the radio system in the car. Actually, I did some painting that I didn't show you on the video, on some of the doors, because they were quite really badly scratched up. So we've been able to paint the inside of the doors, making the vehicle look a bit more fresher. Now, I know a few of you commented and said, well, you know, you can get the car, that van yourself on eBay. If you have a good look, you'll find one. But actually, I beg to differ. Yeah, you might find something close to it, but not for the price that we've put that together. I mean, that van is a quality van now. So what next? Well, you'll just have to wait and see. We've got some plans for next year, but before then we're going to have an end of year video, so that won't be next week, that will be the week after. So next week we're going to take a little break because it's the holiday season, so we won't be having a video next Monday. There will be a video dropping for a product that we are going to be fitting on the other van, on the courier van, so look out for that. But in the meantime, don't forget to subscribe down here, click on the bell notification so you're notified whenever we release a new video, and click on the like button if you like this video. Click on it anyway because it helps us with our algorithm. So have a good week, and we will see you on the next one.